Hi, Sylvie. Thank you for joining us again for the second episode, for the fourth episode. Second, fourth? I
Your
don't know.
fourth episode. It's your second episode
Yes.
with me, however.
Yes, absolutely.
I feel
Thank you so much for
absolutely
joining us
honoured.
again. Last time we talked a lot about emotional work and somatic work.
Yeah.
And it would be great to explore that even further because I think there's a lot to be said on that.
And I actually felt like I had a lot of questions to ask to you because I want to hear that from you.
Amazing.
Yes.
So let's do that today.
Amazing. So what I noticed, and it also is very apparent in your book, that many times people, when they come back from peak experiences, there is a wave of emotion involved in it. And so I'd really like to hear a little bit about that. Sometimes it's a beautiful experience. It's definitely profound and deeply felt. So why does that happen?
So we've spoken about this a little bit in the previous episode with Niels, but why is there a wave of emotions is simply because a lot of doors have been opened, metaphorically.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of doors have been opened, a lot of things have been healed, a lot of things have been shifted, a lot of things have been rewired, and therefore a lot of things have been dislodged from their usual hiding places as well. So emotions, feelings, thoughts that you used to hide in different places, not all of this you don't think that you're hiding it. It's at the very subconscious level, which often gets stored in the body. It's all of a sudden free-floating particles now because everything's been shifted.
Do you think it's painful, or that's where the emotions are coming from, that we all of a sudden become aware of?
It's not necessarily only painful emotions. It can be a range of emotions. It can be pain, it can be grief, it can be fear, it can be love, it can be joy, it can be excitement, it can be a sense of, wow, I am discovering myself again. It can be a range of emotions, and they come to the surface because you've allowed them to come to the surface, because the experience has opened the doorways for these experiences or these emotions to come to the surface.
So you talk about it in your book also very scientifically, and I love that.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what I'm saying. Is chemically your brain has been altered and therefore your body as well.
Mm-hmm.
So your body is in the process of relearning certain things and befriending emotions that maybe in the past it wasn't so friends with. It's kind of relearning and redefining relationships with different types of emotions. And it shows up in the body. A lot of times people will say, I'm feeling a bit of pressure on my neck, or, all of a sudden I started having a runny stomach, or I'm feeling like clenching in a part of my body, or pain in a. So these are not necessarily bad things. They are, in fact, it's a good sign because it shows that work has happened, shifts have happened. And sometimes you need additional support to release that. So you could potentially need, a session or two of deep muscle stretching, for example. You could need some additional body work, for example, maybe an ice bath therapy, or maybe...
Is that, sorry to interrupt, is that how you would also connect the dots with somatic integration?
Yes. And there's no one size fits all. I think depending on what's coming up in your body, you and a coach or a therapist or a somatic practitioner will be able to help you to find the best way to release that. Sometimes it's just a massage, because in a very intense, non-ordinary state of consciousness, in a peak experience, there's tension that happens as well. There's clenching that happens as well. And then when the experience is over, you don't have enough time to unclench, right? If I can say it that way.
Sometimes you don't even have enough time to really feel it.
Exactly.
In our true, like back in here, in this body, in this moment, in the everyday life, right?
So sometimes you just need a massage, a deep tissue massage. Sometimes you just need little things, like, for example, you might feel something in your hand in particular, and you just need to, spend 5 minutes every day just releasing the tension, just doing some back neck massage, which you can do yourself. And that's the linkage between continuing the work through integration with somatic work.
Yeah, and I think that's also going towards what would you do when what you experienced during the journey start resurfacing?
So there's many things you can do. And sometimes one good way to do it is to go back to the body again. So if, for example, you've experienced visions of water, of waterfalls, of flooding, you might want to actually go and spend some time with water. Sometimes you'll be surprised. People will have their time of not the usual time of the month, but they will start bleeding during a session because the body is releasing. Sometimes there is purging. And you know, with different medicines, there is more of that than others. So sometimes there is purging. So the body is working. The body is actually working already. And after a purge, you are tired, you're exhausted, you might be dehydrated, you might need a rest, you might need to go into a sauna or a temazcal to kind of release the overflow of emotions and also of chemicals that's been released in your body. So somatic work after peak experiences is always advisable because it's almost like a stabilizing factor.
Okay, so what are, I think we touched upon this, but for the long-term integration, what would be the practices that you would recommend?
So one of the practices that I learned actually on my MSc is something called learning through integrative practice.
Yeah.
And we had a long discussion on that when I was doing my assignments a year ago or something. Learning through integrative practice is essentially finding different types of practices, including somatic ones, that you commit to doing regularly as a way to keep the body into the conversation. And even if you might not understand the full the full reason why, for example, doing regular muscle stretching helps, even if you don't know the full science behind it, just committing to doing it, little by little, the dots will start connecting because your body is constantly asking you to work with it, to move, to flow, to shift. This is why the body is designed in the way that it is. It's not designed to be sitting on a couch the whole, 24/7.
And my yoga teacher self, which as I said, that was launching me on my path. I loves it that you want to stretch because I think whenever something stresses us, or even just a new experience, right, we get overwhelmed, we contract.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And what I love about doing classes with you is that you never force anybody to just it's not about the poses.
No,
it's actually about work with your body in the way that feels the most comfortable to you. Stretch your personal comfort zone. It's not about looking for a perfect pose or competing with other people in the class, but it's about what do you want to achieve for yourself today? What is your win for yourself today? And sometimes it's just, it's just relaxing into a pose and relaxing into the pain and allowing it for a bit. And little by little, the more you surrender, the more you realize actually you can bend way more than you thought you did. Yeah. And one of the examples I use in my book, and that was when I was doing research for the book, that was a moment of aha for me as well. When you are under anesthesia, we can twist you in any way that we want, and you're not gonna say no, I'm in pain.
Hilarious.
It's so amazing.
Yes.
So I realized,
yes.
Yeah, so it's what's in the mind that's stopping us.
Absolutely, and I feel it in the body sometimes. You just talk to the person a little bit and say something, and you just feel instantly the body starts giving in. Yeah.
Yes, and I think that's really powerful.
That is, yeah.
Yes.
I love but that's such a profound way, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That was an aha moment as well as I was doing research. I was like, oh, yes, that's so true.
Yes.
And if you think about babies are born stretching in all kinds of directions with no resistance to whatever. They're not wondering, is my muscle going to hold, or can I do the baby pose, or can I do the... They're just turning around, twisting and moving in all sorts of directions because there is no resistance. There's no mental resistance.
Yeah, they're not conditioned yet.
yet.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Nasima, thank you for your insights. I honestly, I really love it. Whenever we have a conversation, I feel that there is just explosions everywhere in my mind. I just love what you do. So thank you for sharing all the knowledge and the lived experience as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sylvie. I think it's very much a question of, it's a learning process. Nobody has all the answers. We learn as we go. And yeah, thank you for being with us on this episode. I really appreciate your insights as well. Thank you.
Thank you.